sharing the truth one fact at a time. This is the Free America Radio Network.
Hey folks, how you doing? This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show. I am your host, the one and only Wayne S. Pierce. How are you? It's the 16th of June, 2014. I can only say, in the beginning here, that there are people who seem to think that by ignoring the obvious, things are going to change and, the bad things are going to go away and they're going to continue to believe their news, their state-run media, their, you name it. Oh, they're going to continue to believe all that. And you know what? They can go right ahead and do that, but it's not going to change the situation. And it seems that the state-run media is now, or some cases, is now, well, some of the commentators, because that's all they are, teleprompter reading commentators, they're getting a clue. And they're saying, well, screw you, I don't care about my job, I want to get the truth out there. And as far as I'm concerned, that's awesome. And we can see, just by watching these people, just how much of a clue they're getting. Because even their own bosses are going, whoa, wait, alternative and independent media is putting out all of these facts that we can't, contest, that we can't disprove, and, we just can't do it anymore. We just can't. And now some of the people in the state-run media, the commentators, are now coming out and saying exactly what's going on. But remember, also, in that same vein, there is controlled opposition. Now, hopefully, we understand all that. Hopefully we get the clue. Hopefully we understand that they're lying to us. So with a bit of truth over here and with a controlled opposition saying the same thing, who are we going to believe? The only person that you're ever going to believe is the person you see in the mirror every morning. That's it. You need to go out, find this information on your own, discover it for yourself if it's something that's hidden, and go from there. Because you are the only one who is ever going to understand for yourself what the truth truly is. And it's not going to change. Some, hot little tomato on Fox News is not going to give you the truth. I don't care how gorgeous Megyn Kelly looks. She's not giving you all of the truth. She's going to give you about 75% of it and then have guests on to try to contend with or contest the facts that she knows. But she's not going to give you all of the information either. I think the only two people that are close on Fox News are Judge Pirro and Judge Napolitano. I think Pirro's on Fox. I'm not sure. But it doesn't matter. State-run media is state-run media. We can go from there. We can investigate it from there. We can decide for ourselves what we want to believe from the evidence that we have in front of us. And that's primarily what we need to do. Don't you think? FreeAmericaRadio@USA.com is the email. TheWayneSPierceShow.weebly.com is the website. Hope to see you there. I'll be back right after this. This is Reverend Wayne S. Pierce from the Free America Radio Network. Prepare yourself for the unexpected. Have an emergency food supply available when you need it. You never know when the next power outage or natural disaster will happen. Are you prepared when it does? Go to Free America Radio Network website and click on the Store tab and get your emergency food supply now. Go to freeamericaradio.us. A natural disaster could happen at any time. Be prepared. Go to freeamericaradio.us and click on the Store tab to get your emergency food supply today. That's freeamericaradio.us and click on the Store tab and prepare in case something happens. Listen to the Diana and Wayne's Grab Bag Potpourri Talk Show, Friday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, right here on Spreaker.com.
I knew it. This is an alien, and you guys are from some government agency trying to keep it under wraps.
I can't take it anymore!
You've got troubles, Mac.
Did you know that the first Matrix was designed to be a perfect human world where none suffered, where everyone would be happy? And it was a disaster. No one would accept the program. Entire crops were lost. Some believed that we lacked the programming language to describe your perfect world, but I believe that as a species, human beings define their reality through misery and suffering. So the perfect world was a dream that your primitive cerebrum kept trying to wake up from. Which is why the Matrix was redesigned to this, the peak of your civilization.
So this is how liberty dies, with thunderous applause.
Sharing the truth one fact at a time. This is the Free America Radio Network.
Yep, this is the Free America Radio Network right here, and I'm Reverend Wayne S. Pierce right here for the 16th of June, 2014. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show. The Wayne S. Pierce Show. I'm your host. Yes. What can we say? Well, I know Spain is doing it right. Spain arrests 8 devout Muslims in ISIS or whatever. I don't care. It's a cell. A leader was released from Guantanamo. How about if we just jam all these, Muslim extremists into Guantanamo and then, accidentally drop a bomb on them? I know, that's radical in itself, huh? Well, it's all set up, folks. Let me tell you why. International banking cartels control everything and back both sides of this geopolitical worldwide chess game that we're in. So no one's a winner, no one's a loser. We're just in the middle, and we're going to get steamrolled no matter what. You understand that? Are you even close to understanding that? That's what it is, folks. Spain arrests 8 devout Muslims in ISIS cell. Leader was released from Guantanamo. Obama's mad rush to close down Guantanamo is endangering people all over the world. Where is Congress? What are the Republicans? Why aren't they moving to save the Republic from this traitorous president? Quote, Spain arrests 8 in ISIS cell. BBC, June 16th, 2014. Thank you, Hero. Thanks to Hero. Spanish police say they have detained 8 people on suspicion of recruiting militants to fight in Syria and Iraq. They suspect the cell of trying to send people to join the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant, ISIS, a jihadist militant group. Raids are carried out in Madrid in the early hours of Monday, officials say. The cell's leader was once held at the U.S. detention center in Guantanamo Bay in Cuba after being arrested in Afghanistan, a statement said. Unconfirmed reports in Spanish media named him as Lactin, I don't know how to pronounce it. But he's a Moroccan national who was released on his return to Spain in 2005 for lack of evidence. One of the 7 other people arrested is believed to be from Spain. Another is from Argentina, and the remaining 5 from Morocco. People were also reported to be hunting the brother of one of the Madrid bombers, attacks carried out by Islamic militants on 4 trains in March of 2004 left 191 people dead and another 1,800 people hurt. Spanish police have carried out a series of raids against suspected militants in recent months. A number of people were arrested last month. Wow. A number of people were arrested last month in Spain's North African enclave of Melilla or whatever on suspicion of trying to recruit fighters for Islamic militant groups in Libya and Mali. Although Monday's arrests were not thought to be linked to potential domestic attacks, Spanish police are said to be stepping up security ahead of proclamation of Prince Felipe as king later this week. Yeah, that's my phone, folks. I'm sorry. Spain is, however, concerned about the threat of blowback from a conflict in Syria and Sunni rebel offensive led by ISIS in Iraq, which has led to the capture of a number of towns and cities. At the weekend, a French national is detained by German police on suspicion of fighting for militants in Syria. He was arrested as he arrived in Berlin on a flight from Istanbul. Belgian police investigating a murder of 4 people at a Jewish museum in Brussels are seeking the extradition from France of a militant who spent a year fighting in Syria. The Dutch government revealed on Monday that many Islamist fighters from Netherlands had joined ISIS. So, folks, here's this geopolitical chess game. Here's this chess game with many different pieces from all over the world, many different enclaves, many different people fighting or being recruited to fight with the Syrian rebels, with all of this. Let me give you a little reality check, folks. Our government and our allies are funding these people. Follow the money, connect the dots. That's all I got to say. Follow the money and connect the dots. And you're going to find, maybe not surprising, or maybe to some it's surprising, that it's all related, that it's all connected, that every piece of the puzzle and every piece in this geopolitical chess game is being played by one group of people against each other. That's all. To them, it's a friendly game of geopolitical worldwide chess. To us, it's a deadly, tragic game against our societies in all of the nations of the world and against our peace, freedom, and security that we want for our nations. That is what it is. Now, whether or not you want to see it that way or those sheeple out there want to see it that way, that's entirely up to you. I tell people, go out and check this stuff out yourself. It's all right there, folks. It's all in your face. Regardless of whether or not you want to believe it, it's right there. Okay? It's all right there. Now, I know... I know that it is what it is. I know it is what it is. I know how it is. I know that what I've seen in the last 25, 30 years of researching this, that every piece of this, let's just say, puzzle, has come together to show one very, very important fact. And that is, you, through your state-run media, both in the papers, on the radio, and on television, have lied to you through their teeth. And everything that you've seen in our history books has been rewritten and reconstituted into, propagating their one world government in separate ways, but it all comes together, and that's what they want. Basically, that's what it is. Basically, that's what it is. I cannot and will not put myself into a position where I'm going to be arguing with idiots. Okay? I'm not. Because all I'm going to tell them is, hey, here's the information, go out and check it out yourself. I know this stuff, but here, since you're not going to believe me, here's the information, you go check it out. I would say about 60% of the time, maybe a little less, people aren't going to go check it out. Why? Because they don't want their little cookie-cutter world filled with, their little preconceived ideas about what they think should be and how they want their life to be and all this. They don't want that shattered. And when I shove the truth with the facts in their face, they get all pissed off and walk away. Well, I'm not going to argue with you people anymore. Specifically, my message to those people is this. Either you understand that the burden of proof is on you, or you can shut your big damn cake hole and walk away. But like this article says, now I got to go look at it, in freedomoutpost.com, it's real simple, folks. Let me hang on just a second. Let me I gotta send this message to somebody, and oh God, I wish we can just text do something easier than text. So anyway, the freedomoutpost.com has a story by Dave Dobenmuir, I think, 2 hours ago. Sitting on the sidelines is not going to cut it anymore, America. It never has. Quote, God so loved the world that he did something, unquote. This is what it said on a bumper sticker I used to have on my car. The car is gone and so is the bumper sticker, but I think it makes a very valid point. Our faith should call Christians to get off of their behinds. I am sick and tired of spectator Christianity. The Holy Spirit of God should inspire us to action. Everywhere we look, the enemies of the cross are advancing their agenda. Christians, on the other hand, leave everything up to God. Pews were never meant to be padded. A session at quote-unquote church should make you uncomfortable. Our football players hated practice. Church should not be practice. That's where the fat gets worked off and the skills get honed. The job of a pastor is to equip the saints for the work of the ministry. Quote, what? Works? Are you kidding me? I think Jesus delivered us from the works, unquote. An average pew sitter says, quote, that's why we pay the pastor. He's the professional Christian and has been trained to share the gospel. I have to earn a living and don't have time to do it, unquote. That is a hypothetical, by the way, by this author of this article. I'm just saying. I want to go on record as saying this. He's right. And he goes on to say, pretty much that's his self-talk within his head about what people, he composites all these people together that says that. And he says this in this article. He says, yeah, pal, that is why you have bed sores or pew sores on your butt. Faith is the breath of action. The Apostle Paul exhorted us to show our faith. Today's pastors have taught us to share it. Christianity is go ye faith. We have turned into a come ye faith. No wonder so little work is getting done. While the enemy works, Christians only pray. The Bible is full of action verbs. Go, stand, speak, exhort, oppose, occupy, contend. Why do so few Christians obey those exhortations? The idea that God is in control of everything has paralyzed Christians. My friend, as he talks about here in this article, he says, my friend told me one time that God is in control of everything, but he does not control everything. Instead, he empowers his people for the work of the ministry. Empowering us in his way of controlling things, we are his ambassadors, his emissaries, his soldiers. It is his people that he sends to speak for him. Why is it so hard to understand? I'm going to put this article up on the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page because I believe it makes a lot of sense. And here's why. Because I know from, as a matter of fact, let me go put it on the Free America Radio Facebook page because this is the views expressed. I put the wrong title in there. The title is going to change. But I'm going to put this on the Free America Radio Facebook page because it does make a lot of sense. Or actually, I've already put it on there. So let's go. Let's go put it on the other one. Yes. Get so many things going at one time, folks. I forget where I put stuff. Anyway. Let's put it on the Wayne S. Pierce Show page on Facebook. Yeah, there we go. But here's the thing, folks, and I'm going to make this perfectly clear and put this on record. I agree with this guy. I agree with the author here, Dave, at freedomoutpost.com. I totally agree. I've been to many churches, been member of a couple of churches, been, doing everything that I thought, believed, and everything right there in the church and was doing the churchy thing and everything. And let me tell you something. I've never seen so many intolerant people preaching tolerance in my life. I've never seen so many people go to church on Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening and get out and just go about their business and not do anything. I have not seen Christians stand up, and tell it like it is. I have never seen pastors stand up behind the pulpit and say, screw my 501c3, this is what we need to do. I haven't seen any of that. Why? Because when you got a church of over 400 people and possibly 10% or more, upwards to 35 to 50%, are paying their tithes, their offerings, and paying for that pastor to be in that church, you got a problem. And the problem is the pastor's going to sit on his butt and not do anything. Now, I know that some pastors get out and actually chain themselves to abortion clinics and stuff like that, but, no. That's one thing. The other thing is being active. Being proactive. Not inactive. Don't sit on the sidelines and just watch the game from your comfy little seat. Get involved. I like what Brian Lang says on Live Truth Radio. I like what he says. Stand up, speak out, and get involved. And that's exactly what you need to do. Period. End of sentence. Hey, all you Christians out there, stop being so damn intolerant of people and start getting out there and helping them. Get out there and get your signs and get out there and get on the overpasses and get out there in your city halls and in your council, city council meetings that are open to the public and tell it like it is. And don't sit there and just say, well, I'll let God take care of it. You guys are a bunch of freaking wimps. You don't have balls one. Okay? I know that my grammar sucks today. I know it. You guys don't have the backbone or the balls or the brains to get out there and to take care of the situation that has to be taken care of. And if we're looking to you for leadership, you're doing a piss poor job at it. I'm calling all of my Christian friends out too as well that are here in Reno, Nevada and in California. You guys better get up off your butts, get off your knees, stop crying unto the Lord, and get the job done. I know I went to a church once. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's in Stockton, California. And there were members there who I talked to who were former military. Former military. Who literally, as I'm listening to them talk to me, had absolutely, positively no freaking backbone. And this wasn't that long ago. Shortly after what happened 9/11, 2001. He said, well, I just let God take care of it all. No. That's a myth, folks. You cannot disprove what happened in the Bible, nor can you prove anything that is ecumenical in terms of, quote-unquote, spirituality in the Bible. I know. I've read the Bible a couple of times. Okay? But you Christians have to get up off your butts and start doing what you have to do. And if that means lock and load, and if that means take care of your cities and your states and your counties, including your own families, then you better grow a pair. Because I'll tell you right now, and I'm going to put this right in your face, Christians. I'm going to put this in your face. If you don't like it, you better do something about it. Because the radical Islamic jihadists are coming to kill you. Do you understand that? Now, I know that some people might say, and I myself personally have questioned this as far as propaganda is concerned, saying, is the mainstream media putting this out here? No, because I haven't seen that. Is the independent and alternative media putting this out here as propaganda to fearmonger and to get people all riled up and pissed off and everything else, and then, quote-unquote, fire the first shot? Well, my response to that, my own question and curiosity is this, that if people hear and get pissed off enough to fire the first shot, let's say, then that would give our government, the Washington, D.C. minions of the corporations, enough to suspend the Constitution, suspend your rights, declare martial law, and set President Obama up as a dictator. Now, do you want that? Listen up, Christians. You are on the front lines. You better get your ass out of that pew and off your damn knees and get out in the field. Because we need you out there. Oh, and I myself am going to be right there beside you. So don't you think that I'm just going to sit back and just, no. I'm going to be right there beside you. Now, I know that's hard to understand, and I know that's hard to take, and I know that's very difficult to wrap your mind around or to settle your emotions into that. I understand that. But you better get used to the facts that you are not safe no matter what you do, that you have to get up and do something. Okay? I don't know, folks. I mean, I'm at the point where it all looks so great and wonderful, and I see that, but I am at the point where I don't trust one person that says they're Christian. I don't. Kind of makes me question your guys' integrity out there and what you want in your heart to be. Because if you're not willing to get up and go do it, why should anyone believe anything you say? So you better check that one out. Free America Radio at USA.com. Free America Radio at USA.com. Sharing the truth, one fact at a time. Listen to The Views Expressed live on the Free America Radio Network. Broadcasting live on WakingUpTheMasses.com and 1610 AM in the Chickamauga, Georgia area. Tune into The Views Express live Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on the Free America Radio Network. For more information, go to freeamericaradio.us. What is reality? The foundation of reality is based on many concepts. Each person perceives reality differently. In the book, The Grid by Marie D. Jones and Larry Flaxman, they explore the hidden infrastructure of reality. Get your copy today at Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com. The Grid by Marie D. Jones and Larry Flaxman. Local radio with a worldwide connection. The Free America Radio Network. Go to www.freeamericaradio.us. Hey folks, how you doing? I know, no intro music. Sorry, didn't have time to put it in. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show, not the Views Express Live, but that's okay. Either way, it doesn't matter, because I usually share stuff on the Wayne S. Pierce Show that I don't share on the Views Express Live, and the other way around. So, lots of things coming up for both shows. Seriously, through the Free America Radio Network, lots of things coming up. So I'm looking at some choices that I have at this point. You can also help Free America Radio Network out by getting to the next level by contributing to it. You can either sponsor this show or the Views Express Live if you want, just by sponsoring Free America Radio Network. And you can go to Free America Radio at US. Excuse me. So many things going on in my head. Let me state this again. FreeAmericaRadio.us is the website. FreeAmericaRadio.us is the website. You can either go down to the bottom and donate one time, or however you want, or you can go to the sponsors page and sponsor Free America Radio Network. That way, which includes running your ad on both the Views Express Live and the Wayne S. Pierce Show. Yes. So there you go. If you have any questions, of course, just ask me. All you got to do is email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com. freeamericaradio@usa.com. A little show note for you. This coming Friday, the Views Expressed Live will possibly be on, I'm not sure, but the Wayne S. Pierce Show is going to take the day off because I'll be at an event. See, stuff going on in my sinus is bothering me. I'll be at an event here in Reno, and so the show won't be on. The Wayne S. Pierce Show won't be on at noon Pacific, but possibly the Views Expressed Live will be on. And I don't know yet, and I'll know more by the end of the week. But I'm just letting you know that you won't hear me Friday. I may record a podcast, a couple of them during the week, and go from there. But I don't know. So more about the week, more about what's coming up, more about the shows. If you want to know more, please ask. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have. freeamericaradio@usa.com is the website, or email. The website is freeamericaradio.us. Sorry, I got this stuff going on. It's just driving me nuts. You ever wake up in the morning and you feel like there's the Mojave Desert in your nose? That's what it felt like today. But anyway, so If you go to freeamericaradio.us, you go to the emergency food supply tab at the top. Buy as much food as you like. Not only will it help you out, it'll help out Free America Radio Network get to the next level. So thank you for your support. Appreciate that. Anyway, holy moly, mother of pearl, what's going on? What is going on? Oh, yeah, today. Oh, my goodness. I put this up earlier today. We had Casey Kasem pass away yesterday, or over the weekend. Yesterday. And today, according to 95.7 KJR, Ernest Borgnine has passed away today. McHale's Navy, The Black Hole, just a whole bunch of movies he's been in, according to 95.7. So I don't know. I'm trying to find more information accordingly to this. So I'm going to go to if I can spell, I will give you more information. I want to correct myself because, as you know, I always say if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll admit to it. I'm the first in line to admit it. I don't know anybody else that does that. I don't know anybody else that can make that claim. You know, I'll be the first in line to admit when I'm wrong. I don't know anybody. I've been that way all my life. My mama taught me how to, learn and understand and get the information that I need, and she literally said, don't say anything unless you have, something to back it up with and that you mean it. So, and she helped me understand that if I'm wrong, admit to it. And love my mama, So Ernest Borgnine died like 2 years ago. But I saw, and let me go over here and I'll tell you this. KJ 95.7 KJR, I don't know who they are, but it looks like a radio station, has 1,000,007 likes. So I don't know why they put this up 5 hours ago. I really don't, or I did, or something. I don't know. But anyway, that was one of the things I wanted to say because I found out that I was wrong. I wanted to correct that. So, but here I'm going to dovetail that into this, and that is, like I said, I don't know anybody who would come forth and literally state I'm wrong. And here's where I want to dovetail it to: the mainstream media. Okay. The mainstream media, the state-run media. I don't know anybody in the state-run media, I've never seen them myself, come on air and say, hey, I have to correct myself because here's what this was. I haven't seen it myself. The only two people that I've seen that came on air and corrected themselves was Glenn Beck and Alex Jones. And, of course, now I don't listen to those two as much as I listen to Pete Santilli over at Guerrilla Media Network, and he corrects himself when he's wrong. I mean, I don't know too many people who will be that self-aware to admit when they're wrong. I don't. So can you share with me how many other people that you've seen that can admit when they're wrong? Yeah, just email me, freeamericaradio@usa.com. freeamericaradio@usa.com. The state-run media is lying to you, and they're not going to correct anything. Okay? They're not. Because, well, that's just the way they are. So, I seem to think, now, and this is just me, just little old me, just little old me, I seriously believe, and I know it's difficult for people to understand, really. it's difficult for people to understand what's going on in our country. It is. And I'll tell you why. And it's not so much, people not paying attention. I know that people are not paying attention. I know that they don't want to pay attention. I know they refuse to pay attention. I know they laugh at people like me. But the facts are the facts, and it's out there. And people really have to pay attention, and people don't want to. And it's really, really difficult for people to even see what's going on around the world. They just close their eyes, stick their fingers in their ears, and la, 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 and walk away. That's all there is to it. And here's what's happening. The head of elite parliamentary force, fighters in Baghdad. U.S. evacuates embassy. Iraq turns to Iran for help. Another town falls. Years in the making. Baghdad fights back. Photos said to show jihadists executing troops. Christians flee. And Tony Blair said it would be worse if we hadn't invaded. And because he's a globalist, why not? While Iraq burns, Kerry talks climate. So the Secretary of State of the United States of America is not going after Iraq. He's just talking about climate change. This is how stupid this country truly is, folks. Now, Netanyahu blames Hamas in seizure of Israeli teenagers. Disappeared without a trace. Okay? I mean, seriously. Update, Russia cuts gas supply to Ukraine, warns EU. Well, let's take a look at that. While Iraq and Iran burn and get all beat the crap by the Islamic jihadists and all of that by our people that we fund. Let's take a look at this. Russia cuts gas to Ukraine, warns EU of disruption. The USA Today, from an Associated Press article out of Moscow, says this. Russia on Monday cut gas supplies to Ukraine as a payment deadline passed and negotiators failed to reach a deal on gas prices and unpaid bills amid continued fighting in eastern Ukraine. The decision does not immediately affect the gas flow to Europe, but could disrupt the long-term energy supply to the region if the issue remains unresolved, analysts said. Gazprom spokesman, that's Gazprom, Gazprom spokesman Sergei Kapriyanov, is that right? I don't know, I don't speak Russian, said that since Ukraine had failed to pay anything for the gas by Monday, from now on the company would demand advance payment for any future deliveries. Quote, Gazprom supplies to Ukraine only the amount that has been paid for, and the amount that has been paid for is zero. Ukraine's Naftogaz company head Andrei Kobelev confirmed Russia had cut off the supply of gas to Ukraine. Ukraine can manage without Russia gas until December, he said. The pipeline to Ukraine also carries gas meant for Europe, but this person I can't pronounce said that the supply to Europe will continue as planned. Ukraine has the obligation to make sure that the gas will reach European customers, he said. However, Gazprom has notified the European Commission of a, quote, possible disruption in the gas transit, unquote, in case Ukraine decides to siphon off the gas. Yeah, okay, there you go. I'm going to put this in the Free America Radio Facebook page, so and the Wayne S. Pierce Show Facebook page, so please go check that out yourself. And it's important to know who actually controls everything over in Europe. Chances are, when you connect the dots, which I encourage you to do, and you follow the money, which I encourage you to do as well, you'll find that Russia is supplying gas to England and to most of Europe. Okay? And China is supplying I think the nuclear technology that is currently over there. I'm not quite sure. I could be wrong in that. But look at what is happening. Seriously. Look at what is happening, people. I don't get it myself, personally. I don't. What? I don't get it. I mean, I find that as I look at this situation and look at what's going on, I find it incredibly odd to come to grips with the fact that, and I'm going to say this, the American people don't really give a crap. Well, it's not going to affect us. Yeah, it is. Saudi Arabia controls all of our petroleum in terms of shipping it over here to go to the refineries to refine it to put on our tanks. Okay? So as far as that's concerned, what do? We get the hell out of Saudi Arabia. We get out of OPEC and we tell Saudi Arabia, shove it up your ass. We don't need it. We have enough gas here through North Dakota, Wyoming, Utah, I think some in Nebraska. We have enough freaking resources under the United States to last us another, from some estimates, another 1,000 or more years. So we don't need OPEC and we don't need foreign oil, period. But do you know why we get it? It's more profit to big business to control the United States, period. When I say big business, I'm talking elites. The people that have more money than God. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, It's like I'm only being facetious and sarcastic, but these big elite companies that control the corporations that control Washington, D.C. are making billions and billions and billions, if not trillions of dollars, off of worldwide gas distribution, okay? Now, it's come out recently also that America, where you and I live, in the United States, we're $60 trillion in debt. That doesn't show on the usdebtclock.org, but the actual numbers is $60 trillion in debt, okay? That's where we're at. That's probably derivatives, fake money, pull it out of your ass. That's what it is. But with all the gas that we pay for from other countries, it's a wonder why we just don't cut it off and use our own. You know why? Because the elites want all of the gas that is underneath America so that they can subjugate us in a way, possibly through the distribution of gas to the like your stations, all over the place, and raise the prices over $5 a gallon. Now, the reason why it's low, $4, whatever it is now. I haven't been out here. I know last night we went out, or not last night, Saturday we went out, and I saw gas prices as low as $3.69, $3.89 in some cases. So it went down from like $4.09 down to, that much. But, it's going to affect you. What effect will it have for you? It's going to be a big effect on your wallet. If we continue to import petroleum from other countries, it's going to be a huge problem for us, especially if Russia is controlling the European gas flow, which of course comes over here at times, I believe. I don't know what the percentage is, but we get it all, we get most of it from Saudi Arabia. We get, some other areas as well. Venezuela, we have, plants down there, refining plants down there as well. And it comes over here. But the fact of the matter is that we can cut all that off and still survive. Might be a little bit more than what it is at the pump, but we can survive. Okay? I like what James Traficant was talking about today on Pete Santilli's show. It's like get rid of all income tax. Just get rid of it all. Get rid of all income tax. Get rid of all corporate tax. And how do you do that? A retail income sales tax, period. You buy something, you've paid it, that's it, done. You keep most of your money, flat tax across the board. As I often say, a flat tax across the board of 15%. That's what James Traficant says, former congressman who was railroaded out of Congress because of his radical ideas of having people keep more of their money. and all of that. So anyway, if you keep more of your money, you can afford to buy stuff, right? Okay. So basically, my whole point on that rant is, what effect will Russia's cutting off the European, areas do to our gas prices? Well, not much, due to the fact that Russia controls that area up there. We probably get a dribble and a drab of gas from that area, so it's not going to affect us from that point of view. But if we, continue to get foreign oil, no matter where it's from, it's going to cost us a great deal in the long run. Okay? Not in short term, not in the next 6 months to a year, but it's going to affect us at some point within, I would probably even go as far as saying within the next 3 years, 4 years maybe. But then again, if you just want to sit on your ass and do nothing and, let the world go by and get burned, then, you have no right to complain if you're not willing to get up and stand up for something and speak out for something and get involved in something. And I'm here doing this radio show because, well, I'm hopefully helping you understand where all this stuff is coming from, who is putting it out there, where the real issues are, and revealing to you who's behind the curtain pushing the buttons and pulling the handles. Okay? Do I get out and do stuff? Yeah, I talk to people. Do I get up in people's faces? No, because I'm a peaceful person. My mother said don't confront anybody. So I don't. I defend myself, and that's just the way it is. So I don't condone violence. So don't go out and get up in people's faces and, stuff like that. Don't go to your politicians and yell at them or whatever. That's, your next step in that parade is getting yourself put in jail, so you don't want that. But, nowadays you don't want that. You get put in jail, your guns are gone, your kids are gone, everything. So, they're going to label you something and, you're shoved off. And as I like to say, you're Guantanamo'd, little G. Anyway, so a lot of stuff going on, folks. A lot of stuff going on. Okay? We have to pay attention, and this is the whole point of in the last 20 minutes that I spoke. We have to pay attention to what's going on. What effect will the gas price, the petroleum distribution have to the United States and the gas prices at the pump? Probably not much. But if we continue to negotiate with other countries about fuel import into the United States, then it's going to affect us if they don't like our deal. You know what I'm saying? So we have to pay attention to that. Or do you want to ride a bike all over the place? Do you want to get on a bus or something? Seriously, it's that bad, folks. It is that bad. I just don't get it, honestly. Tell you the truth. I don't see why people don't want to pay attention to this stuff. I don't see why, and I just put a post on my Facebook stating that, as a matter of fact, let me go read it for you in the last few minutes that I have here, because it's true, and people have responded to it, of course, and it's very true what I said. Now I'm going to go look for it here. Oh, here it is. And I'll post this on the Wayne S. Pierce Show so that you guys can read this yourself, but and decipher it on your own, and all of that. And people have responded. Don't get me wrong, but it's you can tell by the responses that some people get it, some people don't. And so let me read this in the last few minutes that I have here. Why don't people want to respond to my posts? Simple. They refuse to. Not only do they not want to respond because they don't want to, but because they don't want to get emotional about any of the posts that I have. They don't like to argue. They don't want to they want to have a positive day, or don't want their day ruined. Well, waking up in a country that has sold its soul to the corporations and have literally bankrupted itself is not going to start out our day on the right foot. People don't respond because they don't care. Or, if they say they do, they will spin everything I post to not only justify their ignorance on the issues, but have thrown it back into my face as if to say that what I say in my post is not what I really mean. I say it, post it, I meant it. It is apparent that people don't want to respond to my posts, don't want to talk about the issues, etc., because they want to ignore all of it and pretend that nothing is wrong and that I'm nothing more than a conspiracy theory kook. They want to close their eyes to everything, speak of nothing that is wrong, and ignore the tragedies that are happening and continue to believe their state-run media. Quote, I didn't hear that one on the news, and they won't. And they would say something if it were true. See, I can't even read sometimes, folks. The ignorance continues. So I will continue to post whatever I want. I will continue to post what I know, what I've seen, and will continue to get in your face about certain things. The facts behind the truth is there, but as I have seen, not one person desires to see it. Continue drinking your fluoridated water and eating your GMO-tainted food and watching your stupid reality and sports shows, and I'll defend your freedoms and liberties, and you can continue to sit on your ass and do nothing to assist me. If that is the case, you can unfriend me now. And there have been responses and everything. And the point is, folks, the basic point is this, okay? I don't have to agree with you to like you, okay? I don't have to disagree with you to like you, all right? You have your own perspective on a situation or an issue, and I have mine. Do we at some point find a common ground? Yes. And don't give me this crap that it's, well, I agree to disagree. That's a cop-out. That's not a compromise. Compromise is where two people can come together to benefit themselves on an issue that is, confronting them at that point or within their realm of understanding. That's a compromise. The only thing that I know is that every time I say something that is factual, truthful, I can back it up, people are always telling me I'm wrong. Well, bottom line is, those people telling me I'm wrong have the burden of proof on them. They don't like to be confronted. They never have. They never will. They don't respond because they know for a fact that either they're wrong and they're just trying to, poke me in the eye and say, up yours, up yours, up yours, and just, go away and all that. Or they feel like they're attacked if I say something, or if someone responds to something I say to someone else. You know what I mean? So that other people may seem to be attacked by others. And, I don't want that either. But the fact is, the truth, the facts, I say it, I mean it, that's the way it is. I know a lot of people don't like that. But you know what? Not my problem. Not my problem. If somebody says that, I don't respond because of this, and this, I'll listen to them. And I'll listen to them very intently. Sometimes I'll respond, sometimes I won't. All depends on the conversation. But as far as I'm concerned, if somebody feels that they're attacked, they should go talk to those people, not me. They should take it upon themselves to be adult enough to talk to those people, not me. If I feel attacked, I will point it out. Over the last 30 some odd years, I've been attacked in more ways than you can imagine and have confronted these people directly, and they've backed down quicker than anything because I've presented the truth with the facts. They don't like that. They hate it. They hate it. But not my problem. I got the truth. I got the facts. I say what I mean. Don't like it? Well, have a nice day. In the meantime, folks, come join me on the Views Express Live today at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, on freeamericaradio.us, on wakingupthemasses.com, and on 1610 AM in the Chickamauga, Georgia area. Got a question? Just ask me. Free America Radio at USA.com. Free America Radio at USA.com. Go to the website, thewaynespearceshow.weebly.com, and I will talk to you later. Have a great day.